So now we are solving our trig functions. In the first section, we just wrote these ratios, sine, cosine, tangent. Notice when I read these, do not say sin, cos, tan. That is wrong. You still say sine, cosine, tangent when you read these. And a way to remember that is sine is OH, cosine is AH, adjacent hypotenuse, and tangent is OA. So when you're trying to write those functions, we say SOHCAHTOA a lot. That's a way to remember. So when we have a triangle with one side length given and one angle given, we can't use Pythagorean theorem. We need two sides for that. So we have to use sine, cosine, or tangent. Sine, cosine, or tangent. So first thing you do is you find your reference angle and you label your sides. So C, the hypotenuse, it's always across from the right angle. Across from our angle of reference is the opposite. And then this side is the adjacent. So let's start with side A. So we want to find the opposite, and we have to use what we're given. That's what this is for. And we know the adjacent, and we know the angle. So which one has OA? Tangent, right? So last time we just wrote our ratios, but this time we're going to throw the angles in. So A is for the angle, it's 28 degrees. The opposite side is what we're trying to find, A, and the adjacent side is B. So now we have an equation or a function that we're solving. Whenever you have a fraction, to get rid of it, you multiply both sides by the denominator. Those cancel out and you're left with the numerator. You have 15 times tangent of 28. And this is what goes in the calculator. So 15 times tangent of 28. And you don't have to enter degrees, but you want to make sure that you're in degree mode. So I'm in degrees. If you're in radians, you're going to get the wrong answer. So 7.98 if I round that. You're usually going to round to 2 decimal places. So this side is 7.98. Okay, now let's solve for side C. So this time we need the hypotenuse. And then let's use the adjacent again just because it's a non-rounded value. It's 15. So which one has adjacent and hypotenuse? Cosine, right? So cosine of some angle is adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So that's your setup. Then you plug everything in. The angle's 28 degrees, the adjacent side's 15, and the hypotenuse is what we're trying to solve for. Oh, it's actually C, not X. So now, same step as last time. We multiply both sides by the denominator. That's how you get rid of a fraction. So I have C times cosine of 28 equals 15. Now, how do I get C by itself? Well, cosine's just a number. Okay, we're just going to divide both sides by that number, by cosine of 28. So side C is equal to 15 divided by cosine of 28 degrees. And that goes in your calculator. So 15 divided by cosine of 28. Make sure you're in degrees. So if I round that, it's 16.99. So I know we're not there yet, but I'm going to hit this. The hypotenuse is always the longest side of a right triangle. So when you're doing your work, I can see, 16.99 is the greatest. It's the longest side. Probably doing this correctly. And then the other reminder, make sure your calculator's in degree mode. Notice how I checked it both times I put my answer in. When you open a new Desmos tab, it automatically starts in radians. You have to change it to degrees. So make sure you do that so you're not getting the wrong answers. Okay, last thing, when you're solving for an angle, just remember that all the angles in a triangle add to 180, right? And so to find a remaining one, you would take 180 minus the 2 that you already have. So the remaining angle would be 62. And we just found everything in the triangle. We have every angle, every side. And we do that using sine, cosine, tangent.